president of Quirky.
And I'm Linda Boff. I run brand marketing at GE. It's great to be here together.
Yep.
So
actually, we've been spending a lot of time
we've
together.
been spending a lot of time together, not usually on stage, so this is a nice transition. So we want to talk to you about GE and Quirky, and I think you know a lot about GE, but I'm going to start by just telling you a little bit. So we were founded by a man named Thomas Edison. A lot of you have heard of him. We love this quote from Thomas Edison: the value of an idea lies in using it. So for GE, we love big problems. We sort of specialize in them. You know, sort of the tougher, the naughtier, the better. But for us, big really has to be about personal. So that could be better health for more people. It could be power in remote villages, whether that's Africa or, you know, remote villages in China, or it could be clean drinking water. As a company, we kind of like to think of ourselves as a better way company. And you know, when we met Quirky, and for me it's been, I guess, about 3.5 years since I first met the folks at Quirky, we really felt like we had found a company that was built on the same kind of DNA. What's interesting, everybody thinks about Thomas Edison as inventing the light bulb, and he did, but really what he's famous for is commercializing invention. And I think what we love so much about the folks at Quirky is they're about unleashing the inventor in all of us, the everyday inventor. The inventor who might share the same spirit as an engineer, but might just as easily be inventing in their living room or their kitchen. So with Quirky and GE, what we tried to do was marry scale with speed, size with agility, and trained engineers with everyday dreamers and innovators. And to say we're learning is kind of the understatement of the world. We've learned a lot from each other,
yes, we have.
all good, and a lot of things that we're going to take going forward. So what we're going to talk to you about today is how we've teamed up, the products that we're creating together, this smart series of products that are changing our lives. So with that, Doreen's going to give you a peek into Quirky.
Thanks, Linda. So yeah, we really believe in invention, right? So our whole point is we want to make invention accessible to everybody. So in this room, I want you all to become Quirky inventors. Like, that's my goal. Everywhere I go, I want people to go on the site. Currently, what we know is that we all have ideas. We all want to invent. But at some point, it becomes very difficult. We stop because invention is difficult. When you think about what it takes to make a product, these are all the things that go into making a product. It's hard, right? The idea is one component, but the actual making of it is much difficult. So what we do at Quirky is we know that it's very, very important, and we want to make sure that we can make that accessible to everyone. And how it works is you submit an idea on our community. You go to quirky.com, you submit an idea. We have close to 1 million members right now and growing in our community. Those ideas are voted on. You can also, once those ideas are voted on and we choose an inventor, you can influence the design. So even if you're not an inventor, we encourage people to help us with influence. We manufacture the products, and everybody makes money. And we do this very, very quickly. We have hundreds of products that are out there in the market. We've paid millions of dollars out to our community. We just made our first millionaire in one of our inventors with a check that we sent out 2 weeks ago. So that's pretty exciting. And because we really believe that the best ideas don't always come from the boardroom. You heard Nikki Kaufman this morning say this. We really say this, that we say they come from the living room, but everybody has an idea, and what we want to do is just give people access to that ability to get stuff done. So we teamed up with GE, as Linda said, they met, we met about 3 years ago.
I think it was about 3 years.
But it was last year, just about this time, that we launched what we're calling the Inspiration Platform. The idea was GE has so many patents. I mean, they invented invention. I mean, they are the invention company. And they had all these patents that were out. And what we did was we created an Inspiration Platform where we put these patents up online, and we started in what we call an invention challenge. We asked our community to read these patents and come up with ideas.
A wink. It's an instant connection, sending the simplest of signals and leaving an undeniable impression. What if you could influence everything around you with something just as simple? What if instead of owning more things you need to think about, you own things that think about you? Your comfort, your health, your security, your home. The internet shouldn't just be another distraction from the things that matter, but rather a tool that sets you free. Free to focus on the things you want to do, rather than worry about the stuff you have to do. GE and Quirky have come together to take on one of the most promising new categories in the world today, inventing an entire line of things that are smarter because of the power of the internet and the simplicity of a mobile app. Introducing Wink, instantly connected, a next-generation product line that we will invent together.
So that's the call we put out to the community, and it was really interesting. We looked at all the important things that would make a GE Quirky product. We wanted it to be unique because, listen, you guys have been making products for a long time. You've been in the consumer appliance business for a very long time. We couldn't match that. So we wanted to make products that we felt were going to be differentiated in the market. We also wanted to create products that were addressing the needs of today, and we were moving at a pace that was rapid and fast because we know that the world is changing so quickly. So in 4 months, we developed 4 products. As we said, we started in April of last year, putting up the Inspiration platform, and by October of last year, we had 4 products in the marketplace. We also wrote an underlying software called Wink. It's our connected software that connected all these products together. So in addition to making the 4 products, we also wrote the software that went along with it. And I'll let Linda take this on because we have some new and exciting products coming out in the marketplace. So I'll kind of let you talk a little bit about this.
So under the topic of speed, we spent just 4 months and together are introducing the first smart connected air conditioner. So I'm imagining many of you dwell in apartments. I know I do, Doreen does some of the time as well. So how often have you been coming back to your apartment on a hot day in July and wishing you could just cool it down? So with Aeros, for smart connected air conditioner from GE and Quirky, you can cool your apartment, your house for that matter, through your phone. You can save money because Aeros is smart. You can set what you want to spend each month. So we introduced this just a couple weeks ago. It's the #1 best-selling air conditioner on Amazon. Mind you, it's still not very hot out, but we're very happy to hear it. We're very happy about that. So with that, I'm going to let Doreen talk a little bit about the inventor behind Aeros because it's such a great story.
So here's the wonderful thing. Again, these are ideas that come from people just like you. This is our inventor. His name is Garthen Leslie. Garthen was one of the CIOs at the Department of Energy, and he really felt that this was an enormous problem he had seen, right? The wasting of energy that was going on during the peak season. And so he thought, like, wouldn't there be a better way? And he submitted this idea to Quirky. And we read this idea in conjunction then with knowing a lot of what GE was doing, and we're like, wow, there's an enormous opportunity here. So I'll let the story tell itself a little bit more through a video, so let you watch it now.
Meet Aeros. At 8,000 BTUs, the Aeros in-window air conditioner will certainly keep you cool, but that's not what makes it cool. Aeros is kind of a genius. It connects via Wi-Fi and is controlled by the Wink app. It knows when to cool you down and when you may want to keep things a bit more toasty. When you leave for the day, Aeros will turn off to save you money, then start up again when you're on your way home. Aeros keeps a constant eye on how much you've spent on cooling each month and offers suggested settings based upon your budget and the weather report. All those brains with unprecedented beauty. A completely flat front face made possible by touch capacitive buttons and beautiful retractable wings ensure a proper fit in every window. Aeros was born through the groundbreaking partnership of Quirky and GE. It packs more than 80 years of GE air conditioner experience with the fresh ideas of Garthen and the entire Quirky community. Aeros, a truly brilliant air conditioner.
So a little bit more. because you're going to all love this.
Technology at G Appliances. We've been building air conditioners for a long time and really felt that there was an opportunity to do something different, do something new and unique.
The genesis for this idea started as I was driving through Northwest Washington, and each one of the apartments had a window air conditioner hanging outside of it. And I was thinking that they're probably wasting a lot of energy. They're probably running these things when they're not at home.
You know, I've always thought there's something that needs to be done, but we never could really figure out what.
So the stars really aligned with the development of the smart air conditioner. We had a fantastic inventor, former executive of the Department of Energy. We had a great partner in GE, who is one of the most trusted brand names in home appliances.
At Quirky, we are very excited today. The inventor is on his way. He's going to be stepping through the doors any minute, and we're going to unveil his invention to him for the very first time.
How are you?
What we're going to show you here is the reinvention of an air conditioner.
Whoa! Oh, wow, man. That is fantastic. In my wildest dreams, I never thought I would be looking at a finished product. When they unveiled it, I just had a warm feeling in my stomach that said, it's real, it's a real product. The smart window AC will save them money because they will not have to run it when they're not there or when they don't need to. They can remotely turn it on and off and adjust the temperature.
It's amazing, I think, what's been put together and what we've created. And I think it's going to be really one that redefines what the category of air conditioner is and how consumers think about it.
I think I've always been sort of a creative person, but I don't think I would ever have called myself an inventor until today.
So remember, 4 months. That was done in 4 months from when we saw the idea to actually, you know, they're on a boat right now coming over. So pretty exciting about that. And I think, Linda, you want to talk a little bit more? We have some more fun things coming out. And again, part of this is the speed, agility, scale. Those all come together. And I think this is kind of an unprecedented partnership.
Yeah, we do too. I mean, for us to imagine at GE the idea that we'd have a product in mind on the drawing board, and then it would be on a boat on its way to being sold and being in people's homes in a matter of a few months, it's unheralded. And you know, I will just say the speed, the agility, the will to win that we find in Quirky is just something that we're learning from, more than just products, just learning kind of from a cultural sense. It's been amazing. So look, we'll give you a really quick sneak preview of a few things to come, you know, under the category of invention and reinvention. This first one is one of my favorites because I've personally almost been divorced over propane tanks being empty right before a dinner party. I don't know about anybody in this room. So this will save my marriage, maybe some of yours out there too. It's a smart propane tank, a smart propane tank holder called Refuel. It is so needed for any couples in the audience. And then the second is, you know, sensors are incredible. Doreen mentioned we introduced sensors last December, a set of sensors. We're now going to be introducing individual sensors. We think this is a really, really hot category. And we love, to the idea of community, we love how people are using sensors. It's not as though we can come up with a list of how they're being used. So we can see a lot of applications growing with this.
Finally, what I was going to say is I'm going to leave you. We have a whole bunch of new
patents.
Thank you. I want to say platforms.
Patents.
Whoa. This is why we teamed up.
Yeah.
We have a whole bunch of new patents that we're going to be putting on the Inspiration platform. So I want you guys to take a look at it. And I hope that you all submit ideas and become part of the Quirky GE community.
Introducing the Inspiration platform. When you log on, you'll be able to browse the patent database by either searching by keyword or browsing by category. Click on a specific patent to learn about that technology. Got an idea for a consumer product based on that patent? Simply attach it to your submission, explain your idea, and let's see what the world thinks.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.